We're from Jersey, baby, 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 baby. And you're not.
Back your hips up, down, up, down.
We're from Jersey, baby. From Jersey, baby. We're from Jersey, baby. We're from Jersey, baby. Baby, 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 and you're not.
We have a new caller on the voicemail. Ladies and gentlemen, and Duchess, I would like to introduce to you. Well, you're a lady and gentleman, but you're a lady, of course. I would like to introduce to you Half Tit Florence.
Hello? Hello? First of all, why's everybody got to be half something? There's half black and half white and half Hispanic. The only thing I'm half of is I've got half the tits I'm supposed to. I got one of those mastectomy. I got one of my tits cut off in 94. But anyway, I'm calling into the bunker today to tell you that I love the show, John. You're just the best podcaster on the planet. And all the negativity and all the bullshit that you have to take from everyone around you for any little mistake that you make on the show. I want you to know that I'm on your side. Half Tits Florence. I'm on your side. I do not side, however, with the majority of your audience and that little painted Jersey strumpet you share the screen with. Now, I appreciate what you do, and you're a kind-hearted man. You're a very good man. You're very good. Taking this unfortunate woman of the night and giving her a new purpose in life. Showing her she can use her voice instead of her other parts. I just wish everyone was a lot nicer to you, John. As nice as I would be to you, John. Now, I'm a God-fearing Christian woman. I really am. But I gotta tell you, I got sugar walls, baby. Sugar walls. I've been known to suck the anger right out of a man. Not that that's a come-on or anything. It's just something for you to keep in mind. Don't let him beat you down, John. Don't let all the negativity that you get from your online friends get to you and make you feel some kind of way. And especially don't take any shit at all from that trollop from Trenton over there. Okay, bye, John. Boomabunka. This is Half Tits Florence. Check it out.
Finally some appreciation.
Florence is mean. Fuck you, Florence. Fuck you and your one tit.
Yeah, this country is so divided, right? They're saying we should separate liberals from one country, conservatives another country. And when I heard that, I was like, oh no, we can't do that. If America ever goes to war, I want conservatives defending us. Right? Those guys that stormed the Capitol, that's who I want fighting for this country. Have you seen their photos? They'd be on the battlefield with their horns and their fur. They'll be like, America! America! Can you imagine liberal snowflakes at war? Oh, they'd be on the battlefield being like, oh my God, this is not a safe space. Why are there so many triggers? And the general will be like, shoot him. Are you sure that is the right pronoun? Gen Z liberals will be even worse. The general will be like, attack. They'll be like, I don't chase, I attract.
All right, you guys, podcast time. We got the equipment and the perfect business plan. Give our show away for free and tell no one how to find it. I'm going to start a podcast that has no focus, and it'll take up an inordinate amount of time.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Boomer Bunker, a Thursday night episode 358. Wow, 358 episodes.
Go us.
And alongside me, ladies and gentlemen, it's Salty Duchess. Hello, Salty Duchess. How you doing, Salty Duchess?
I am well. How are you tonight?
Oh, see, this is Salty Duchess.
Do I have no eyes or just a... Oh.
I'm sorry, Mike. Can you play that again?
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
No, I'm not smelly.
So you're a pirate hooker? Okay, well, that's good to know.
I'm thirsty, Mama. I want some milk.
Here's my boobs. Oh, fuck.
So if you were here for the very beginning of this show, or for the very beginning of the episode, when we played we're from Jersey, baby, as we're waiting in, there is a thing of Dancing Duchess. And how'd you feel about Dancing Duchess?
I don't like that.
You don't like Dancing Duchess?
Well, she looked great. I don't look like that when I dance.
Well, you know, it's a cartoon. Listen,
yeah.
I don't look.
The cartoon
like
looks fantastic. I dance like Elaine from Seinfeld, I think.
No, I don't. No, that's not true. So, Grok now has a way where it does 6-second videos of anything that you put up there. So first I put mine up, okay, and it just made me look like I was jerking off 2 gay guys. And then so then I said, well, I wonder how what would Duchess look like? And it came back like this, and basically it had Duchess dancing, and I'm like, yes. So I'm like, okay, I think I can work with this. I like this. This will work out.
Oh.
All right. So anyhow, I put it in the open. Look, Dean needs some tissues.
No.
So I missed dancing. I was okay. Hold on. So jerking Jamingo looks like this. It actually has a little music behind this one. Here's jerking Jamingo. It's got a little snort. So that's jerking Jamingo. I didn't even notice it was jerking Jamingo until Marshmallow came in and said, hey, dude, looks like a little
questionable there.
A little questionable.
Good times.
All right, Dutch, before we get into everything, why don't you tell everybody where they can find our stuff and all our things?
I certainly can. We would love for you to follow us on social media and join our Discord. You can leave us a voice message at boomerbunker.com. And you can also send us a text or leave a voicemail at 856-477-1935. And if you would like your very own Boomer Bunker coffee mug, that looks amazing, just like this there, for those who can see. You can go right over to horribledesigns.com and type in Boomer Bunker in the search, and you'll see the skinny tumbler and the coffee mug if you'd like to purchase that. You'll help another small business. Jason would be happy to take care of you. And again, we don't make anything off our merch. We just love to share that with Jason, and he helps us out by sending out some merch.
There you go.
Yeah, good times.
All right. So the theme of the beginning of this episode is I'm tired of the pussification of men now. The reason that the species has lasted as long as it has is because men were masculine. We were fighters. We were hunters. You broads did the gathering, but like we would go out there and kill something and drag it home, and you ladies would cook it up, and it's the yin and the yang that actually makes the human species go on. Like, in other words, men and women are just, they fit together. All right. They do. And so the men,
I always say there's a lock for every key.
Right.
So
Men
sometimes you have to
be,
try a lot of locks.
be masculine. Yes. The reason I say that is because, like, right now, the older generation, there's a part of the older generation that is still out there wandering in the wild. And when I say wild, they're in grocery stores and Home Depot, and they're out and about. And then you have this generation, I guess Gen Z, probably. And what they're doing is, like, they'll take a picture. They'll take a picture of a guy, like I did, and then they'll put it in AI, and it'll do something. It'll make the guy take his shirt off or something. And then what these Gen Z guys is, they start filming so they can get this, because it's for clicks and everything.
So in the store, this is happening.
It's in the store.
A scenario.
They take a picture of a guy, an old guy, right? He's just walking around looking for nails. Whatever. What he's looking for, a mop head. I don't know. And they take a picture of him walking down the aisle. They just take their camera, take a picture of him. Then they run it through this AI. Then they walk up and they say, hey, is this you? And they show the video of the guy taking his shirt off. And the guy goes, that's not me. And he goes, well, it's got to be here. Here you are. Here you're taking your shirt off. He goes, I'm not taking my shirt off. And I just want to warn you guys, you Gen Zers, maybe you millennials, that that's a masculine male you're messing with. And you got to be careful. because those guys will still wrap you in the mouth and not give a shit. They will punch you right in the face, and they won't even care because they feel like they've been attacked, and they have to respond. They have to basically defend themselves. Like you see now where these guys, on DHS and ICE, and they're out in front of the place, and these people are coming up and they're screaming right in their face, and they have to sit there and take it. No. Back in the day, you didn't do that. You had to be at least one step and an arm's length away from somebody before you yelled at them, or you had to be quick enough to dodge a punch because one was coming, or a kick, one or the other. What didn't matter, whatever they did. So I'm just telling you guys that if you do this out in the wild and you do this to an old person, boomer, okay, you might get assaulted. You might get hit. And you just can't say, oh, my God, you can't hit me. Exactly. So, and that's because I'm sorry, Duchess, go ahead.
I was going to say, is this a common thing? Because I've never heard of this until you brought this up.
I saw it today. It's not a common thing, but I have a feeling now with this where they can take a picture and make a 6-second video. This could be a thing. And this is a public service announcement, not that any Gen Zers watch this. But if you're a boomer and you have Gen Z kids, you might want to tell them, hey, listen, these people don't even know how to get on the internet. They're not on Twitter. They don't have Grok. They don't know anything about AI. They know nothing. Okay. They're old school. They might still have a telephone on the wall. That used to be a thing. So be careful. Don't go up to old people and fuck with them because you could get attacked because they think they're defending themselves. That's all I'm saying.
I think that, I don't know. So here's the thing. So if you can just take a random picture of somebody in the store and have them taking their shirt off, I don't understand why someone would do that. But with the Gen Zs and all that and the alphas, I have no idea what they do. What's to stop them with taking a picture of a woman or a young person or a young girl or say your granddaughter or somebody's child? Like what? But why? I don't understand. Again, I've not heard this as being a thing, but I don't know.
It's brand
where's
new.
The line on you're out in public, so there's no law against being filmed because you're out in public. But is there a line legally where you're taking a video, you're manipulating an image or a photo of someone, it clearly, say it's you, clearly looks like you taking your shirt off. What is that,
Well, Jody took a picture of me and then took a picture of Doug from Who's Right. And the next thing you know, we're making out. I'm like, yeah. All right, now listen, I have a podcast, so I have to, see, Mr. Wobbly, but you see, the thing is, you and I were
First
outliers.
of all, hi, Wobbly. It's been a while. Hope all is well.
You and I are outliers. We play with technology. We're up on the technology.
He's totally
you have friends, if they're still alive, that they don't even have a computer, and they still have the flip phone. And I don't need any of that internet shit. Some of them are my family.
Sounds like one of them.
Right? Johnny, how do you get the TV to work?
I'm not do this.
Yeah, I can't get the TV. I want to watch Tulsa King, and I can't sign back in again. What'd you do? I didn't do anything, Jimmy. Well, I used to be able to do it. I can't do it anymore. I don't know what that means. Jody made. Oh yeah, okay. So
Mike
here's what
from
happened.
Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks.
Yes, Mike from Wheelbarrow Full. Mike. I can't really get into all this. Jody made one that was so controversial that when I saw it, I went, oh, and I'm not one of those guys that do that. And we're like, that can't ever get out in the wild. Pants? So then Jody made one of me and Doug kissing. Now, I can't really say anything about that because I'm on the internet, and believe it or not, I'm actually a personality. So
who knew?
I can't really, I can't get upset about it. Do I like it? No. Do I like the fact that there's a video out there of me kissing another man? Don't like that at all. See, Mr. Wobbly says, I wish I still had a flip phone.
Yeah.
You can go buy them. You know what? I love people like Mr. Wobbly and Deuce and the Jimmy. They're all like, oh, I wish I had a flip. I'd rather go back to the flip phone. No, you wouldn't. because you're used to all the conveniences of that phone that you have now. Why would you want to go back to, you know what I used to like? I liked it when I stood in front of my car and I had to crank to start it like they did back in the old days.
Why?
I don't know why you do that.
No, read what he says.
They couldn't be hacked. Well, who can hack your phone? They can hack your phone?
Yes.
They can hack your...
With
no,
the
they can
iOS
hack into
technologies? Yeah.
They can... Not with iOS. Maybe they can with Android.
Okay.
Mr. Wiley, do you have an Android or do you have an iPhone? iPhones are pretty unhackable, to be honest with you. Now, they can hack into your social media accounts. That they can do. Like if your password's 1234 password, then usually sometimes like that they'll
There's
hack in.
people who get their phones hacked because they don't know. They're not paying attention, and you can get your stuff hacked. So
I don't know anybody that had their phone hacked.
Okay.
I know a lot of people. I don't know. Do you know anybody got their phone hacked?
Not personally, but I know a lot of seniors who have had a lot of issues. Yeah.
Did they really have issues, or is it just them? Did they have issues?
Well, it was because of them, and they had issues. I don't know what that means. Why are you slamming what I'm trying to say?
They're like, how did they... again, here we are. There's people that don't really know. They grew up with the technology, don't really know the technology, and then they say they got hacked. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's them. Sometimes they don't know enough. They didn't grow up with the technology. All smartphones can be hacked. He can do it. Okay.
All right. Do you know who this is?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just because he's not an idiot. He's very tech savvy.
Did I say he was an idiot? When we started talking, I said him and I are on the same page. We're into technology as an older person.
He's not into it. He's built stuff. Like was integral in building a lot of things out in California.
Okay.
With the forestry and all that. So
he built trees.
Yes, he built trees. I believe it was the Forestry Service, but I can't remember. But anyway, sorry.
So
go ahead.
A family member had something happen, and they called him, and they said his phone was hacked, or they sent him an email. He opened the attachment on the email. Mm-hmm. He got a virus. It says, virus, call this number. He calls the number. They say, okay, we're going to take care of this virus for you. Let us get into your computer. We're going to send you something, and it'll give you access to the computer. So I come in, and he's telling me about this, and I look, and somebody is with the cursor going around his computer. Yeah. Right, they're crawling around his computer. I grabbed the plug and yanked it out.
I was going to say, did you unplug it? Yeah.
Yeah, I yanked it out. What are you doing? He goes, oh. And what they did was they put that virus on there that...
I'll take all his information. I'll scan his
basically it was ransomware. Yeah. And he threw the computer. They could not get him. They could not get that virus off. He had to throw the computer out. That's what I'm saying. Now, Mike says that was the plot of Jason Statham's masterpiece, The Beekeeper.
Yeah,
I've never seen the movie.
I heard it's very. My girlfriend, who is very savvy, it's so easy. It's just so easy, and she got caught up. And just as she realized it, her husband, who's half listening, said, "Hang up right now," and she hung up. But they'd gotten enough, and she was mortified. She had to go on LifeLock and shut everything. Months of shit.
Of that nonsense.
Yeah.
Right. I say that to say this.
Okay.
That I'm so happy that Pete Hegseth went and brought all the generals in and said, you know what, we are a war machine. And we don't want DEI. There's no more woke bullshit. We are a fighting machine. We're going to get back in shape. PT is going to be PT. No more fat generals and admirals walking around the halls of the Pentagon. Again, we're going to be a fighting machine. And that's what we need to do. We need to get back to that. And there's a bunch of people that do not want men to be masculine anymore. They want us to be pussies. And guys, it's your choice. You can be a pussy or you can be a real man. And
stop being such a pussy.
Exactly. What's a real man? All right. So I'm
what's
going
a woman?
to bring
What's a man?
So here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. We have females like this. What's the sigh for?
I don't know. I'm just waiting. Just waiting.
Hang on. I want to see if you feel like this is what would you think about this? Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I'm only going to change my last name so I have the same last name as my kids. Have you considered giving your kids your last name? Because that's what I'm going to do. But if the kids are coming out of me, they're getting my last name. And if my husband or whoever wants the whole family to have the same last name, he can change his to mine because I will not be doing that. I will not be changing my last name to anybody else's because I already have one. Why do I need a new one? If you're thinking, Tori, what if your husband doesn't want that? He wouldn't be my husband. Simply, I would not be with somebody who would not be okay with that or also think in the same way. So, hope that helps.
Oh, it helps. I'll tell you why it helps.
Swipe.
This woman is not a breeder. Guys, this woman, don't walk, run from her. Hopefully, she'll never find somebody to breed with because she is going to breed unmasculine men. And she, God forbid, has a boy. Now, I've seen it already, there are men that are starting to take the wife's last name. What the fuck are we doing? Right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you could just ask Donald Trump.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
These guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. What are we doing here? Now you're going to take the woman's name? Are you out of your fucking mind?
I don't understand why this is now. I think it has a lot to do with the difficulty because it can be difficult to change names on documents, especially if you're going back after a divorce or if you have to put your name. It does require a lot of paperwork which is shocking because some people can just get licenses and all kinds of stuff just like that. But it can be challenging if you don't have the paperwork and stuff at hand, or if it's from a divorce from 20 years ago, that type of thing. But I have all my stuff if I need it. I have copies
You've only been married one time.
But I keep copies of things. I probably have still like 7 or 8 of my birth certificates. Like just because you need them for all kinds of shit. Well,
they have to have this. They have to have the stamp on them.
Now they're raised. Yep.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. That Mr. Wobbly again, liberal women will destroy the world. They're trying. Trust me, they're trying. They are trying to pussify men, and guys are going along with this. And it's enough. And you know what? As men, we need to step in. We need to step in and go back old school and shame them. Like if you find out it's your friend's getting married and he's taking his wife's last name. Very.
Faggots!
I'm sorry.
It's interesting that you'd be friends with someone who would be like that. So I know.
Yeah, I'm not saying, I'm old. No guy that I know that I'm friends with is going to get married and take the woman's name. I mean, that's ridiculous. Faggot. So, yeah. And I see this happening all the time. I see this happening all the time, and it worries me. It worries me as a species because there's a lot of things about marriage. I know, Touches, this is going to be hard I know this is going to shock you. There's a lot of things about marriage that men don't like, but we do it anyhow. All right? So, there's traditions with marriage. And I think I've said this before, but, taking a man's last name when you're married, you take the man's last name. That's a tradition. You know what else is a tradition about marriage? Monogamy. Monogamy is a tradition of marriage.
Seems to be optional lately.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, one is not any better than the other, but then you have to raise the kids. A lot of women that get divorced, some go back to their maiden names, some don't. Some keep them because they have children and they have to correct. Yeah, they have to correct the teachers and everything when it comes in. Oh, I'm sorry, no, that was my married name. This is my maiden name. And now it requires a conversation that they didn't really need. Some do go back. That's fine.
I think now it's acceptable. It's not uncommon. Maybe back in the 70s and 80s, it was more
2000s.
No, nobody cared. People were getting divorced left and right. So
I understand
by the 80s, having different last names was not a stigma. I think once you got into the 90s.
Well, if you got remarried, yes.
No, I don't think it's a stigma for children at this point, nor for 20, 30 years. I really don't. But go ahead.
Well, it's like you and your sister and brother have one last name, and then your mother has a different last name because you went back to her maiden name.
Yes, so nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I think it makes a difference. I do. I believe it makes a difference to the kids.
Do you think today it makes a difference?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I still do.
Right.
I still do. You take the father's last name. It's a tradition.
Okay.
It's the way it's always been. Remember
she's not
the way it used to always be
when you were father. Why should she?
When you were born, they said, "Hey, this is a boy," and then you grew up as a boy. Like that.
Well, if she's no longer Mrs. John Smith, why should she be Mrs. John Smith?
Well, she's Ms. John Smith. Again.
No, now she's
Ms.
Ms.
You do you. I just think it's, I think it's, you think it's confusing to go back. I think it's confusing, or you think it's confusing. Listen, what I'm trying to say here, don't you confuse me, salty Duchess.
Simple,
I'm just saying,
simple John.
what they, again, as you're growing up, like my ex-wife still has my last name because she has 4 of my kids.
Okay.
And she kept the last name because it was easier. All right. Now, same thing as when you're raising your kids. You need to raise them to be masculine. Don't let your wife get in there and femin them up. This is the problem we're having.
Homo.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. All right. So my friend Uncle Randy, he used to have a podcast. I don't even know if he has a podcast anymore. I'm not really sure. He put out a Facebook post, and I agree with this 100%. I'll read it to you. Oh, boy. Strap in. John's going to read.
Yeah, get comfy. Go get a drink.
Unc knows he's going to catch some flack for this one, and that's fine. I'm not telling anybody how to raise their kids. I'm just telling you my philosophy. Wrestling season is here, sons, and the smell of a wrestling room is back, and I love it. Let me break it down for you. I've always told my boys they can play whatever sport they want as long as their grades are right, and that's the rule. Until I watched Gunnar wrestle for his first time. From a parent's view, wrestling changes everything. It humbles a kid. It toughens them up. It teaches them discipline, grit, how to defend themselves. It also teaches them how to take an ass whipping. For some reason, everybody seems to think that that's a bad thing nowadays. I beg to differ. Sure, I hope he wins when he wrestles, but it's not about me. It's about knowing that my son can push fear aside, test himself against an opponent. So Brooke and I decided wrestling isn't optional in our house. Gunnar knows he's wrestling, period. Because my job as his dad is to keep him comfortable. Isn't to keep him comfortable. It's to prepare him to be a man before my time is up. That means I'm raising him to be masculine, strong, capable of violence, but wise enough to know when not to use it. I make no apologies for that. Men are being softened and stripped of the role in society, and I refuse to let my boys be a part of that. He will learn how to love a woman by how I treat his mama. He will learn how to be given by hearing the gospel at home and in church. He will learn how to handle himself in any situation because he's been tested on that mat. I know that one day he will thank me for making him wrestle. That's why wrestling is mandatory.
Okay.
I mean, we used to...
Did you wrestle?
No.
Why not?
Sorry, Uncle Randy. I know this is going to be upsetting.
Why? You don't like
it? I found wrestling kind of gay. When you're rolling around on a mat with another man, it just felt kind of gay. When you're taking your arm, when you're taking your head and you're jamming it in somebody's armpit, trying to get him on his back, it seemed a little gay to me. But I understand what he's saying. My best friend in high school wrestled all the way up until his 4 years of college, and he was very good at it. And I get it, but it wasn't for me.
I don't care.
And besides that, the other thing that was that I was very, how do I put it? I didn't like losing, and I would probably punch somebody in. I would probably punch somebody in the face.
You mean you don't have a temperament to accept the agony of defeat?
No, but I'll tell you what did happen with me. I was taught how to fight. I was taught how to handle myself in a fight. Mm-hmm. All right, and not that fake wrestling where you hit people with steel chairs and shit like that. And I get it. I understand what he's saying, but it would be the same thing if he was doing wrestling or karate or jiu-jitsu. Thank you. That is something that you need to teach your kids. Your son should be able to handle himself physically. And I don't know why we got away with that. We all of a sudden
wouldn't that be in any sport where there's a discipline? You learn how to win. You learn how to lose. You learn teamwork. You learn how to play as a team, that it's not just about you, that there's other people depending on you doing the right thing?
It's not about that at all. It
no,
has
you
nothing
don't,
to
you
do
don't
with
think,
that.
oh, okay.
No. The reason I say this is it's about defending yourself and being a threat to somebody else so that they do not come in and attack you or your family or your
So
friends.
if someone's going to break into your house, you're going to immediately squat down and grab their legs and throw them on the ground?
I'm going to grab a shotgun and shoot them.
Oh, but wrestling.
I didn't say wrestling. He said wrestling. I say defend yourself.
Okay. Well, that was his argument.
Right.
To
He wants
defend
to teach his kid he wants his kid to stay in wrestling. And I get it. You asked me why I didn't like wrestling. I tried wrestling. I hated it. It felt gay. When I had a guy throw his legs in my legs, I wanted to punch him. I didn't like it. It felt gay to me, even as a young boy. How old was I when it was wrestling? I tried wrestling when I was like 12, I think. 12 years old, and they get on you and they roll around with you. I'm like, get off of me. I didn't like it.
Isn't that the age of inappropriate boners and stuff like that?
Yeah,
too?
maybe.
Yeah.
Bubba says, have them be altar boys that can fight off a priest. That's pretty good.
Then they're good, yeah.
All right, fat man, let's do this.
Yes. I mean, they're doing the same thing in football now, the NFL. The NFL now they're getting the taunting. You can't taunt somebody. You get a 15-yard penalty for taunting.
Okay, but they're already adults there. Like we're talking about young boys, like
right.
Getting into sports and learning how to be masculine,
Yes.
learn how to defend themselves, learn how to be athletes.
Yes.
What else was it? He will learn how to love a woman by seeing how he treats his mom. He'll learn how to be giving by hearing the gospel at church. He'll learn how to handle himself in any situation. I don't know about anyone, but because he's been wrestled, because he's wrestled. I don't know. I didn't have sons. I didn't have I didn't participate in wrestling. I never went to a wrestling match. So,
Yeah, you've raised girls,
Yeah.
which I understand that.
They would just fist fight. There's no wrestling. It was
Right.
just straight
Hair
out screaming.
pulling.
Yeah.
Right.
Wall punching. There's some. We found a hole in the wall. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? And they're like, a couple years ago. I'm like, poster. Oh, it was a door. We replaced the door and we took the poster off. I was like, what the fuck? And the one kicked the other one. Yeah.
So
cool.
again, there is fighting that goes on in there. It's different with girls than it is with guys.
No, you ain't kidding. But.
And so in the NFL, you can't taunt somebody anymore. You can't get up and taunt them anymore, because if you taunt them, then they hit you or something. Now, unnecessary roughness, if someone takes their helmet off and bashes you with their helmet or punches you or whatever after the play's over, after the whistle's over, that's unsportsmanlike conduct. But just taunting somebody is not. I don't believe. And I think that now they're throwing flags for taunting. I think it's stupid, silly. It's not what football's made for.
What is it made for?
Men to go out there and hit each other.
Like they did in the 70s?
It's like war. It's like, I'm going to take this ball and I'm going to go over there and I'm going to put it in your end zone. That sounds a little gay.
Jack.
But I'm going to shove this ball in your end zone. All right? And then you have to stop me. All right? It's basically like a fight. That's what it is. And you've got 11 guys on each team. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to get into your end zone and you're trying to stop me. And then you get your turn. You try to get in my end zone. I try to stop you.
Only if you want to.
Yeah, you do. That's what you're there for. If you don't want to do that, why are you even playing the sport?
I'm joking about your end zone.
I got it, Duchess. I'm only kidding. All right, so listen. So, what was it last week?
It's a good thing you proved all that.
Kansas City last week, the Arizona Cardinals were playing I don't know who. And the guy's running, he's running with the ball, and he runs like 70-something yards. And he goes, as he's ready to cross the end zone, he puts his arm out and drops the ball before he goes off across the end zone. The ball dribbles out the back of the end zone, and it's not a touchdown.
It's not.
It's a touchback. The other team gets it on a 20, no points, right? They were up at that time, but the other team came back, and they ended up beating them by 1 point. And the coach, John Gannon, got so mad that he was yelling at him, and he either yelled in his face and he pushed him or pushed his arm down or something like that. And the team fined him $100,000 for touching the player. I'm like, what are we doing here? When I played sports, you got your ass chewed on the regular. If you ran across there and dropped the football and it ran out and you didn't get a touchdown with that, the coaches would ream you, almost to the point of tears. So I don't understand why we are, why we're doing this to the sport. When I played football back when, like in the 80s, you could hit somebody. You could knock the taste out of their mouth. You could decleat them. And the NFL loved it. They would put those hits on in a highlight reel, and you'd watch them every week. Matter of fact, if you go to YouTube now and there's that, here comes the boom, here comes the boom, right? You watch for that.
I can watch all of those, yeah.
You can't do that anymore. Now, I understand why, because CTE and concussion protocol and stuff like that, I get that. I get that.
It's crazy.
But don't take the masculinity out of the game. Let those guys go out and be warriors. Let them do team building. Let them be the man. Oh my God, the fucking pandering and the pussiness. Jesus Christ. Right.
There you go.
So anyhow, the coach Jonathan Gannon, he had to come out and talk to the press after he got his $100,000 fine and pants in front of his team.
Ridiculous.
So here's what he had to say.
I am sorry.
I didn't see the video, David, but yeah, I actually I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it, honestly. And so in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Omari, apologized to the team, and I just told him I kind of let the moment of what happened get the better of me there. Obviously, like I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems when during a game and kind of lead the charge on that. Mm-hmm. So it's not really who I am, who I want to be, and I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me, and it's just like everybody in there. Everybody made some type of mistake yesterday, which is, culminates to why we didn't win the game, and we can't let it happen.
Can't let it happen again.
No.
But he's got to go there and mea culpa. You ever watch Andy Reid get a hold of Travis Kelce and chew his ass on the sideline?
Two of them yell at each other.
Right. You ever watch coaches do that? They're in a heat of battle. They're trying to win a game. And what are we doing here? Oh, what flavor did his cupcake come? Am I wrong here? I mean, where's the chat on this? Are they against me? Are they for me? What's going on over there? Is there anything in there? They don't give a shit? They're saying, John, shut the fuck up and go on to something else?
Well, I guess they're talking about CTE.
Then Will Smith discovered CTE and ruined the fun. Oh, from the movie, yeah.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah. He also gave Chris Rock CTE at the Oscars one time. He was talking about his wife.
That was ridiculous.
Right? Now, there's another example.
Okay.
He smacked Chris Rock and then walked back in his seat and sat down and watched the rest of the Oscars. How's that happen?
I think Chris Rock's response was classic because it didn't go well. It didn't go. He's not going to beat up Will Smith.
Doesn't matter. Sometimes you got to take an ass beat and eat just to be a man. You don't let some guy slap you in the face and then walk away.
All right.
You just turn around and walk away. You jump on his back and
like
you
a
punch him
spider
a couple.
monkey? Okay.
Yeah. You jump on his back. You give him a couple punches. So let nobody else take a smack at you. Yes, that's a perfect example. Just let some guy smack you in the face like that. No, and walk back to his seat. No.
Okay.
You tackle his ass. You get him and down, and then you beat him until someone pulls you off of him, or you get your ass kicked, one or the other. Sometimes you got to get an ass kicking. Just the way it is.
On top of the ass kicking he already got.
You never listen. Anytime you're ever in a physical altercation, a fight or something like that, whether you win or not, you always get hurt. You always get a punch in the face. You always get something. You always end up getting hurt.
You're very aggressive today. Like you're just all
telling you how
about
it is.
like be a man and slap people and beat people.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Be a man.
All right.
Yes.
Your testosterone's up. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All
it's
right.
all about that. Yes.
Okay.
Be a man.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Episode title: Be a Man.
No, we'll have to figure out another one because that's not a good enough one. No. And the reason I say that,
you're right, it isn't good enough,
is I want to talk to you about a man's man, Duchess.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk to you about this gentleman right here.
Oh, okay.
This gentleman right here.
Horrifying.
They caught him in Texas. He was in the woods and he was hunting squirrels with his bare hands.
You gotta be fast to catch a squirrel.
Right?
Sorry.
So
those fucking eyes, they're like looking in my soul. I don't like this at all.
Right now, it's 39-year-old Ethan McNeely from Oregon. He was crouched down in the woods attempting to hunt squirrels with nothing but his hands and his teeth.
Oh, my God. He's a monster.
Ethan insisted that I'm a primal predator, not a sportsman, and argued with the officers that God giving claws and fangs except him requiring a hunt license. So in other words,
dick pic,
if
I'd
I'm,
be happy to get. No! Never, ever. Stop.
So anyhow, yeah, so he's in the woods and he's crouched down and he's looking for
dinner.
Squirrels. He's going to try to catch the squirrels with his hands, with his bare hands. Now, let me tell you something. That's a man's man. You don't know anybody.
That's a maniac.
That's a man's man out there.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. He's a fucking lunatic. He's a maniac who lives out in the woods eating squirrels.
Right. So this is what he
said. Does that need more? A maniac in the woods eating squirrels.
Well, he got a ticket because he was hunting without a license. He didn't have an out-of-state license for hunting. And probably wasn't squirrel season either. Whatever. So he said that if I can catch it with my molars, that's between me and Mother Nature.
Man, baby!
Game warden stated that while his hunting techniques are unique, that exists no game laws that make exceptions for wannabe cavemen. Ethan was booked on charges of hunting without a license, disorderly conduct after he reportedly growled at the officers. Let me tell you something. If
I
I'm
would not even go up to that guy. Fuck no.
If I'm a game warden and he's out there trying to catch squirrels with his hands, his bare teeth, and he growled at me, I'd have to pull my weapon. I'm not going to lie.
Taser.
Well, yeah.
I don't think a taser would work on him. I bet it doesn't.
I don't either. I think I'd have to go with
insane.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with lead poisoning. He maintains that he was persecuted, saying that they can cage me, but they can never cage my interwolf. Okay,
they can't cage my freedom. Yeah.
So then
nuts.
I thought to myself, well, why not? Why do we need a hunting license? Like all of a sudden now I have to pay the state to go hunt, and a state's not providing anything. Are they providing the game? Are they providing the land?
You get a paper. And then someone who comes to bust your balls when you're hunting.
Yeah. So in other words, so they have a little piece of paper that I have to go to the store. I got to buy a little piece of paper with a number on it so that they can tell me that I can hunt.
And you can only hunt certain things.
Right.
Like if you want to get a deer, it has to be like what? A buck or only? You can't shoot does?
Sometimes we're does. Right. Yeah, there's seasons and tags and all kinds of shit. And you know something? They do it slow. They slowly take and erode your rights away. In New Jersey, after the age of 14, for freshwater, you always had to have a fishing license. And then if you wanted to fish for trout, you had to have a trout stamp. Now, I understand the trout stamp because the state of New Jersey stocks trout in lakes so people can catch them. Okay, I understand that. All right, I'm going to pay for you to stock the lakes. I get that part. The fishing license, I do not. I don't get that part of it, especially if it's on tidal water. If you're going to fish a lake or something like that, maybe, but not tidal water. And you never used to have to have a saltwater license until like.
Oh, you have to have one now?
Yeah, you have to have a saltwater.
Oh.
And before, the license was free. You just had to have it. And now all of a sudden they start. So what I'm saying is they start
sliding these little fees in.
Yeah, it's like, can I just put in the tip? I just want to put the tip in. Let's just soak a little bit.
Okay.
And so then.
And now it's just, right now, there's just balls deep. Is that point, I guess?
Yeah. So back in 1802, John Marshall, the fourth Supreme Court Justice of the United States, said, essential to all written constitutions that a law repugnant to the Constitution is void. And that court, as well as other departments, are bound by that instrument. Womley says, I wondered the same thing when I was in Victoria's Secret. I don't know if how does that, I'm sorry, you went right, that one went right over my head. I don't know what happened. That was, sorry, Wobbly, that went right over my head.
Yeah.
So then I thought to myself, okay, that sounds interesting. That statement sounds interesting. And basically what he was saying was that the law, if a law is passed by Congress that goes against the Constitution, means there's no legal force. You should not enforce it. But that's not happening anymore. Why do we need a hunt license?
That's what he was
in Victoria's Secrets?
It was a joke. All right, move on. But he was asking why would he need a hunting license? So
yes. Yeah, I get that part.
Okay.
You can hunt split-tailed beavers. You can hunt split-tailed beavers in Victoria's
It'll cost
Secret.
you. It'll cost you.
No, it's usually you pay for them once you catch them. Trying to catch them's not expensive.
You pay and pay and
Right.
pay. You should know.
Nice beaver.
So, if Congress or any government body makes a law that violates the Constitution, then that law is not valid, and the courts don't have to enforce it. In fact, they may refuse to. So I see this happening now in Chicago, in Portland. They're trying to say, they don't have to enforce this law that Trump's doing. And what Trump's trying to do is enforce federal law. They don't want it federal law. They don't want them to enforce the federal law because they were busy not enforcing it. So now we need to know whether it's constitutional or not. Because if it's not constitutional, then Trump can't do it. But if it is constitutional, then Illinois and Oregon can't stop them. So then this summed it up perfectly for me. It says licensing, when the government takes away your right to do something and then sells it back to you. And I thought to myself, that's perfect. That's a perfect example of what they do. They're just trying to, in other words, if you're out, let's go crazy. You're in the United States, all right? You don't want to have a job. You just want to go out and live your life by nobody. You don't have electricity. You just want to wander. You don't worry about money or anything like that. You take a bath in a creek. You could catch a squirrel. You eat a squirrel. Whatever. You live your life. It's not like you're shoplifting, all right? In other words, you're just gathering food. Does the government have a right to tell you that you can't gather food in this situation? I really found it fascinating that all of a sudden, because then at one point I'm like, why do we have hunting license? Why do we have fishing? Why do we have driving license? I can understand saying that, okay, you're old enough right now, but why do I have to renew my driver's license every 4 years? They don't give me another test. They're just like, hey, give me another $25 and we'll let you drive for 4 more years.
Absolutely. Because it just conditions you to pay for the stupid system.
Right.
That's all. Keep the system afloat.
Mm-hmm.
Money, money, money.
All right. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Like I said, I'm starting to become. Does that make me a libertarian?
Yeah, a little bit. You and Rand
Paul. We're doing the same thing. We don't want to be. We don't want to be a libertarian.
That's okay.
All right.
It's good to question.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. At one point, you're just. Where does it? Like you said, it's just every day. There's just a little bit more that's being encroached on. Just a little bit, and it's just one of those. You wake up, you're like, wait, what the fuck? How did this move from tiny to now? It's been, millimeters and just tenths of millimeters, and all of a sudden it's a foot in. Now you're like, what the hell happened? How did I sleep on this? Hang on one second. I might have to sneeze. Maybe not. Okay. How all of a sudden did some asshole wake up and sign a law that I can't have a plastic bag anymore when I go to the fucking supermarket? How does that happen? Right. And everybody's like, and so what they do is, like, in other words, if all the people said, fuck you, we're bringing plastic bags in here, and what could they do? Could they do anything? No. But what they do is they find the stores. They go after the stores. When that asshole Phil Murphy shut down the state due to COVID, the one gym said, we can do this safely. We can put people far apart. We can wipe down the stuff. Yeah. We can make people wear masks. And he's like, you know what? I said you're not allowed to open up your business, and you have to keep your business shut. And we're sending the police over to come over there and tell you to shut down your gym. Bullshit. They made that guy's life fucking miserable. They broke into his place. They fucked with his plumbing. They did all kinds of shit to that man, and nobody reported on it. He finally sued the state, and I think he did win. He did win a lawsuit against the state of New Jersey. You don't see that shit anymore either. Yeah. So are we in the land, or do we live in the land of the free? I say no. We live in the land of the restricted right now.
If I want to play a game of poker in my house with a bunch of buddies of mine and throw $25 down on a table and we play for money or whatever, Does the government have any right to come in and tell me no? I believe no. I don't think they do.
Okay.
If I want to go online and play poker online for money, knowing exactly what I'm doing there and how much money I'm putting in and everything, and it's my choice to do that, am I allowed to do that? No, because the government came in and said, guess what? You can't play poker online because we said so. Constitutionalists say the same thing about licenses. Yeah.
Wait, you can't play poker online?
No, you not for money. Not New Jersey. Well, you can now in New Jersey. They ruined it.
I was going to say you can't. I thought you can. That's all the
but
betting
you can only
apps.
play in New Jersey. You can only play with people in New Jersey. Like if somebody's in Philadelphia and they want to play online, they can't play online because they're in Philadelphia. In Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to do that in Pennsylvania. Back when it first came out,
bizarre.
you could play with online poker with anybody around the world. The reason I know that is because I used to wait until like late at night when all the Eastern Europeans were on there. They're fucking maniacs. And I was just go in there and play type poker and win like $10, $15 a night off of them playing low stakes poker. And then they stopped all that. Now you're playing guys in New Jersey.
Because they're trying to figure out how to get a piece of it.
Right.
That's why.
And you had thousands and thousands of people playing so you could get a game all the time.
So think of the amount of money going through. That's what it boils down to. It's all money.
Right.
It's just
they
always
weren't getting
money
their
and
take
power.
on it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. All bullshit.
I call bullshit.
Right. All right, can we change the subject? Because I haven't done enough ranting.
Here you go. What the government doesn't know can't hurt you.
Yeah, but if they do find out.
Well,
we used to have a poker game that we would play.
I call bullshit.
Two of the cops in the township would come over and play. We would play an illegal poker game. We would play an illegal poker game with two of the cops in the township. Because it was just, you'd throw $25 on the table. You'd have like
a couple knuckleheads playing. You weren't running a flop house.
Yeah, we're not running a big giant game. It's not a mafia game or anything.
You're not
like
running
that.
a club. Yeah, that's different. That's
Exactly.
just hanging out with friends. But if you're organizing, like a prohibition style nightclub where people are going to come in and gamble and drink, yeah, they'd come after you.
Okay, so in the state of New Jersey right now, there's, I don't know, 1,000 empty Rite Aid stores.
Okay.
Now, if I want to go in there and rent that store and put a bunch of poker tables in there and get a bunch of poker dealers in there and then run a poker game, all right, and take, I don't know, 1%, 3% of the, what they call the rake in poker, 3% of the pot, and then I provide a place to play poker, I can't do that in this country? No! Why can't I do? Exactly. Why? It's not like I'm telling people that they, it's not
different
like
laws
I'm
for gambling.
cheating.
Yeah.
It's not like I can do it in Atlantic City. I can do it over in Philadelphia. I can do it down in Delaware at a casino, but I can't do it.
John's Poker Lounge, not so much.
Right. Why? It's the same thing as a business.
Okay.
Just saying.
You're just indignant today.
I'm tired of the government and other people telling me what I can and I can't do. The reason I say that is Zach Bryan made a song. Zach Bryan. I'm sorry. Zach Bryan made a song. It's a country song. It's not even out yet. They got the beginning of this song. And he said, you didn't even hear the whole song yet. I don't know what everybody's screaming and crying. And I, you know what? I got to go against the right on this one. You know what? Shut up. You don't like the song. You don't like the song. You know what I don't like? I don't like Rush. You don't see me go running out there crying like a bitch every time.
Sure we do.
Going
every
on
time
tour
it comes
again.
on, you freak out.
I just say I don't like them. I just say I don't like them. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have a song, and I wouldn't make a big deal of it. Okay. So, can I play a little bit of bad news for you from here?
I don't know if it'll get bounced off of YouTube, but why not?
Well, let's find out.
Let's
find out if I all of a sudden here's the
wait,
song.
hang on about the gamblings because you're not a Native American.
Right. If I was a Native American, I could do it.
You could have all the Rite Aids.
Right. If I had a Rite Aid on my reservation, then I could do it.
Absolutely.
All right. Here's the song.
Okay.
Didn't wake up, dead or in jail. Some out of town boys been giving us hell. I got some bad news. I woke up missing you. My friends are all degenerates, but they're all I got. The generational story of dropping the plot. I heard the cops came. Cocky motherfuckers, ain't they? And ICE is gonna come bust down your door. Try to build a house, no one builds no more. But I got a telephone. kids were all scared and all alone. The bar stopped bumping, the rock stopped rolling, my middle finger's rising and it won't stop showing. Got some bad news, the fading of a red, white, and blue.
Ugh, boring. My God, so
you know what song that
boring.
you know who it reminds me of? It reminds me of that guy, with the beard from
The guy with the beard.
From Kentucky that was a nobody, and he just
the guy, the white guy in the woods, sad, lonely, whatever the fuck that
the
song
rich
was.
man north of Richmond.
Whatever.
Can't think of his name now. He came on. I thought they were the same guy at first. I thought it was the same guy. All right, so that's his song. He wrote a song.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. The lyrics are: I didn't wake up, dead or in jail. Some out of town boy's been giving us hell. I got some bad news. I woke up missing you. My friends are degenerates, but they're all I got. The generation story of dropping the plot. I heard some cops came cocky motherfucker. Anybody meet a cop that's not a cocky anybody meet a cop that's a cocky motherfucker?
Kind of goes in with the package there.
Right? ICE is going to come bust down your door, try to build a house. No one builds no more. So, and this is only the first beginning. We don't know what the rest of the song sounds like or whatever. And they're all crying because he said, Oliver Anthony. That's the name of the guy. Thank you, Bob. So, and you know something? People in government, if you don't know I have a feeling that Kristi Noem didn't even know what was going on. And
she
someone
should
told
stick
her
to shooting dogs and minding and just chasing up people. That just no one cares.
My dog wouldn't do what I said, so I took it to the dump and I shot it in the head. I got some bad news.
Yeah, shut up, Jamingo.
So,
yeah.
All right, so here's Kristi. She's talking about the song.
Of course she was.
I heard that and listened to a little bit of it and extremely disappointed and disheartened, and actually I hope he understands how completely disrespectful that song is, not just to law enforcement, but to this country, to every single individual that has ever stood up and fought for our freedoms. He just compromised it all by putting out a product such as that, that attacks.
The whole song ain't even out yet.
Yeah.
All right?
Attacks no, stop.
How? I don't understand. Like, you heard the song. I read you the lyrics. How is this? It's just shut the fuck up.
She should have been like, I didn't hear it. I don't really care to.
Right.
Next.
Just like with the coach of the Cardinals. Like he was emotional and he pushed the guy and he's like, hey, asshole, carry the motherfucking ball until you get to the letters and the logos. When you get to the letters and the logos, you can drop the fucking ball. But don't drop the fucking ball before you go to the letters and the logos.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Tuck it and run.
Yeah.
Don't stop running till you're in the end zone.
Goddamn cockadoo and across the end zone. You drop the ball before you go across the end zone. Now the fucking thing goes out to 20. We lose the fucking game. The hell's wrong with you? Fucking idiot. How long have you been playing football? You've been playing football since you were 12 years old. You don't know to cross the fucking line before you drop the ball? Letters and logos.
All right, take a breath.
And he pushed him, right? Or whatever. Hit his arm or whatever, and then he gets fined $100,000. Fuck the Cardinals. And fuck that organization.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
They suck anyhow, and now the guy's passionate trying to get a win, and you find him $100,000. You fucking emasculate him in front of the fucking team. You might as well fire him. Should have fucking fired him. Leon Lett did it in a fucking No, it wasn't the Super Bowl. It was a playoff game in the snow. He did the same fucking thing. Leon Lett did it. Everybody, ever since Leon Lett did that, everybody says you carry the ball to the letters and the logo.
Yep.
Don't drop the ball before that.
You're killing Sparky.
Sorry.
The big bear.
Sorry, Sparky.
See,
I'm passionate tonight.
Yep.
Tonight I'm very passionate.
You're on your period, is what you are. You're very emotional.
How dare you try to feminize me with that period talk? How dare I'm not on my period. I'm like there's testosterone
PMSing. Okay.
pumping through my veins right now.
Sure you
are. A man's man.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, that's it.
So anyhow.
Yeah.
So there's a big fight going on between Trump and Chicago.
Oh, a little, yeah.
And the thing is that nobody's telling the truth. Can we just tell the truth, tell the facts? And here's something, media. You know what? How about actually telling the real facts instead of trying to half a story, half-ass this, half-ass that? ICE is not in there arresting black people, all right? ICE isn't in there arresting people that are citizens of the United States. They're in there taking out gang members and people that are in this country illegally, all right? And you know why? Because there's a federal law about it. And just because the past 4 years, it was just an open border and they were just waving them in, come on, let's go, let's go. Now, Trump, we the people, right? We the people said, hey, guess what? We want him out of here. And now Trump's doing what we elected him to do. Here's something that's unusual. A guy that says he's going to do something when he gets elected and actually does it. And here's the other thing. Obama actually deported more and nobody said anything. And the press mums the word. They didn't say fucking shit. They let it. And who built the cages? Obama. Obama built the cages. Then they come down and then now all of a sudden they figured, hey, you know what? Guess what? If we bring all these in here and they're all in our state, we get another representative. That means we got more power. That's what this is all about.
It's all that. It's money and power. It always is money and power.
So there was an article, I forget which publication it was in, but it says the Democrats only have themselves to blame for Trump's National Guard patrols.
Absolutely.
Because they won't do their job. And so when they don't do their job, Trump comes in and shows them how it's done, and they look stupid. So here's some things. Chicago and Illinois. Don't riot in front of ICE facilities. Don't riot. You can protest if you want to. All right? Just don't get in front of the people. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I saw that they and this is the other thing that people do because I see it on social media. They've got these guys that are out there in them suits, you know, like the frog, and then there's a unicorn, and then there's something else out there.
Oh, the inflatable suits and
stuff? Inflatable suits, and they're out there dancing.
I love they're in those. It makes me happy.
That's perfectly fine. That is a protest. You know what's not a protest? Standing in front of a vehicle trying to get in or out of the facility.
Boxing
that's not a protest.
them in.
Right. That's
waving a weapon. Yeah.
Or putting your hands on an ICE agent as they're trying to move you out of the way so they can get in and out of the.
Don't touch people.
Yeah. All right. Like that one representative from Illinois where the guy grabbed her and tossed her on her keister.
He tossed her like a fucking.
Right. She was
like he's playing bocce. She's just like right over.
He told you to move. You didn't move. So he moved you.
Well, or like when Padilla, when he rushed up at Kristi Noem. They took his ass down right away. Like, no.
They didn't know he was a senator. He wasn't dressed like a senator. He didn't. No, he just comes in and starts screaming.
Storming and yelling, yeah.
Right. He starts screaming. He looks like he picks tomatoes. They put him right on the floor.
Holy shit, John.
Tell me that guy doesn't look like he picks tomatoes.
No, he's soft.
Right?
No masculinity.
Here's another thing
there.
In Illinois. You know what you shouldn't do? Don't ram cars into ICE vehicles. Don't do that. You know what happens? You could get shot.
That's a fuck around and find out opportunity just for you if you try that.
Right. Here's another one, guys. If you don't want the National Guard in your town, in your state or your town, don't keep ICE officers from making arrests. Why don't we try that? Let them do their job.
Well, let them take the criminals. Let them take the criminals out so you can actually go outside of your house and enjoy your life. You know, like walk along the streets, like in D.C.
Tell me it wasn't badasses when they flew that helicopter over that building and they dropped them in from the fucking roof and they went down and arrested 27 gang members out of that house, that housing
like Black
project.
Hawk Down right there. Like,
yeah. Here's another one. Don't act as though the Gestapo is just descended on your city and civil disobedience or violence is the only answer. That's not the way it works. They're there to do a job. And and you can make all the laws you want, ICE-free zones, and again,
doesn't matter.
According to the Constitution, which you assholes put your fucking hand on the Bible and swore to uphold when you took an oath of office, says the federal law supersedes state and local law. So why don't you do what you say? Follow the law. Why don't you try following the law? You're gonna try that for once in a while, instead of walking around saying half truths, saying that he's in there to get rid of black people. Not there to get rid of black people. They're not even there to get rid of Hispanics. They're there illegally. They're there just to get rid of the people that are illegally gang members. And what happens is they don't want this to happen because then they look stupid because they could have done this at any time they wanted to, but they didn't want to.
Well, we talked about this on the last show, and you played the clip of the one woman who had said that they're not arresting black people, but they're putting these dangerous people in the communities where the black folks are, in those apartment buildings. They're housing them there. And so when they say, oh, they're coming to the apartment buildings where the black folks are, they're not coming for them.
Right.
You know, but, and that woman said, let them get them. Like, take them.
Yeah. Because
take the illegals, take the criminals.
They're criminals. And, you know, so now you say that, Duchess. I have a black gentleman that lives in Chicago, and he has something to say about the whole thing.
Black people in Chicago, let's get this clear for the record so nobody is confused, right? In 2020 and 2021, when Democrats, specifically Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, flooded Chicago with the illegal, undocumented criminal invaders, y'all didn't have nothing to say about that, right? When the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, gave them benefits, millions, prepaid EBT cards with $10,000 on it, prepaid Visa cards, 6 months worth of free rent, free health care, free child care. Y'all were okay with that. And then you all continue to be okay with it by going out and voting for Kamala Harris to continue what she was doing with the open borders, right? Now that ICE is there to actually do something about it, right? With Trump's mandate, now you all are boohoo, whining and crying, complaining that ICE is coming to black neighborhoods. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Where else are they supposed to go when that's where y'all allowed them to go? You see, Democrats didn't put these illegals in Oak Brook or Oak Park or Evanston, in any of the white neighborhoods, yet you got the white liberals downtown protesting to keep those people there because they know that they're in black neighborhoods. And y'all goofy. Y'all falling for this. Y'all voted for Kamala Harris, and now y'all are protesting ICE coming to black neighborhoods to remove these criminal invaders. Y'all are calling ICE racist for coming to the black neighborhoods. Well, why are they coming to the black neighborhoods? Because that's where you all allowed them to go. So tell me you a goofy Democrat plantation slave without telling me you a goofy Democrat plantation slave.
Say it, brother. Oh, my God. Say it.
He said that very well.
Yes, he did. All right, Duchess. Mm-hmm. I want to play something here for you.
Okay.
So I want you to see this. And if you're listening at home, you can't see this, but I want Duchess to see what's going on here. They are protesting outside the ICE facility. And the ICE people told them to move, and they won't move because they're just sitting there protesting. Okay. And there's a gentleman there, he's a priest, and he's praying. He's got his arms outstretched.
Oh,
and he's
arms
praying.
wide open. Yeah.
He's got his arms wide open, and well,
it's not going to go well for him.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for him. So he's sitting there looking, and then all of a sudden, and we don't know where it would happen, someone shot one of those things.
Oh, it's not cool to shoot a priest. Poor man. Oh.
All right, so he's sitting there, and who shot him? I got to tell you, I don't know who shot him, but they shot him. It
definitely wasn't those three up on the roof. They didn't move.
I don't know that because if I go back here, there's a puff of smoke up at the top there, and the guy shot from the hip and hit him square in the top of the head. I mean, what a shot.
That's a pretty good, okay.
So,
wait a minute. So,
whoops.
Sparky says he was not shot from the roof.
Oh, he wasn't shot
He said the guy who walked up to him did it by accident.
Oh good shot. Good thing it was a pepper ball, not a gun.
Yeah. Biggie Smalls. Poor Biggie. That's it. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say, okay, they didn't look, from what you showed, they didn't look like they were chaotic. They looked like they were protesting. And the last I looked, in America, you are permitted to protest.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm with the priest on this one. He wasn't really doing anything wrong. He didn't deserve
the man had his hands up. It was clear he didn't have any weapons or anything. And they shot him in the fucking head with the paintball.
I'm saying, let the Lord lead the way. Poof.
Isn't that the scene from, was it in Blazing Saddles, where the priest was like, he's preaching up about the, like to stick around, and he holds the Bible up and someone shoots it and he's like, you're on your own. And he just leaves, like it's that sort of moment. And I don't know. I mean, nobody should be, if they're not instigating or causing chaos, they have the right to to protest.
They
You
do
have
have the
that. You do have the right to protest. It's
I agree with that.
obnoxious, but I mean, if they're impeding or interfering, like if they're just there on the side,
right?
That's kind of shitty. So that puts the ICE already. It's not helpful for their image right now to do that. Don't. Budweiser says, he's a Catholic. He deserved it.
Here's one for
that was for all the kids.
Yeah, maybe that
God did send it down to him.
Yeah, maybe that ICE agent was that shot him was an altar boy one time.
Could be. Maybe
he had a
knew who he was.
flashback. Bugger.
It's that guy. It's that guy.
I don't know. All right. I'm going to change the subject a little bit because the left seems to be going crazier and crazier.
No, they are.
There's a lot more left violence. Lefty maniac threatens to detonate a tent full with 200 explosives outside a D.C. church hosting the Supreme Court justices.
That's crazy shit.
I missed that. What was that? God said...
God said you like little balls? Catch.
You like little balls catch. Oh, my God. So a New Jersey man was arrested before the annual Red Mask in Washington, D.C.
New Jersey. Goddamn.
Had 200 explosives in his tent outside. Had a notebook declaring the hatred for ICE, the Supreme Court justices who were due to arrive at the church.
Nice. Okay.
Louis Jerry, 41, had pitched a tent on the steps of the Cathedral of St. Matthew's of the Apostle. Told the cops approaching him, "You might want to stay back and call the federales. I have explosives."
Oh, he told the cops? Yep. Well, I guess they're going to see it anyway, right?
Well, if I was a cop, I would have just shot him right then. Yeah. So they attempted negotiations with the officer. He allegedly handed them a notebook in which he espoused hatred for the Catholic Church, Supreme Court justices, Jews, the Jews, U.S. immigration. He hated everybody. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. The cathedral was preparing to celebrate its annual Red Mass, which marks the beginning of the Supreme Court term. Police discovered the homemade explosives inside Jerry's green tent on the property. The police called the bomb squad. Jerry refused to leave the tent and continued to tell cops he had bombs. "Do you want me to throw one out? I'll test you. Let's test one out on the streets," he said.
Oh.
Right?
So threats.
He said he had hundreds. He had 100+ explosives. They told him they were forcibly going to remove him. He allegedly threatened that several of your people are going to die from one of these.
Oh, yeah.
So in an effort to de-escalate, the sergeant agreed to read what Jerry had written in his notebook.
Okay.
Jerry handed it to him, flapping a tent. Now, what do you think was Jerry's downfall?
He reached out of the tent.
Nope.
Well, he was in a tent, I would guess.
He was in a tent. What he did was he had to go, and he went out of the tent to go pee. And when he left the tent to go pee...
Oh, they probably swarmed him. I bet he peed when they pinned him down, because 8 people probably landed on him.
Yep. He was handcuffed after a brief tussle, and afterwards, when he got out of the tent to urinate on some trees, they snatched him up.
He didn't think they were going to grab him? He didn't have a bucket? Like... He had a tent full of explosives.
His downfall was he didn't have a pee bucket.
It's a good thing.
Soft says, I heard somewhere that someone said
Start
John
again.
I heard someone sent John a semaglutide. Then John is going to be so liberal. Duchess looks enchanting as always.
Oh, you're charming. Hi, Soft. No, he does not need
Soft fails again.
The guy in the tent did not need a Boomer Bunker piss bucket.
Sure
you are not
did.
allowed to brand those.
That's what he
need some
needed.
loony in a tent with our bucket with our name on it.
So after they cuffed him, they sent the bomb squad down there, and they removed glass vials of nitromethane, a homemade explosive that was used in 1995 Oklahoma City bombing. Others were modified bottle rockets with aluminum foil heads that were treated with pyrotechnic solution, and the device appeared fully functional. So he faces 8 charges, including manufacturing and possession of weapon of mass destruction in future of a hate crime, and the judge ordered him to be held without bail. Well, imagine that. He wanted to go kill some judges. Now all of a sudden the judges are holding him without bail. There we go.
Okay. That's spooky.
I know.
I mean, the fact that he's just camped out there, like that's disturbing. You know.
Do you want to get into the Katie Porter thing?
It would be fun, but I'm going to tell you to be mindful of the time because your game comes on in 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I know you want to end on time. We can just say that Katie Porter is a skank and a nasty, nasty woman. She's so awful. She's so mean. Her poor staff.
Okay.
Okay. It is nasty. You bad boys.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then okay. Hang on one second.
Play a couple of her drops if you have them.
I could, but before we do that,
all right.
Let's do this.
It's time for Trump. Tweets read by Kate will Trump. Be happy or irate. Will it make us laugh or will it be a groaner? Either way, Sparky Toaster will have a raging boner. Have a raging boner.
That high kick is so impressive, Mike.
I am very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. This means that all the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed-upon line as the first steps toward a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. All parties will be treated fairly. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel, all the surrounding nations, and the United States of America, and we thank the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event happen. Blessed are the peacemakers. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.
Say that one more time.
No.
Trump tweet by Kate. Was it fire or just fake? The chat will set it straight. Trump tweet by Kate. That was a Trump tweet read by Kate. Did she Jamingo or was it great? Now the chat decides her fate. That was a Trump tweet read by Kate.
Yeah, I Jamingo at the end. Got his name wrong. I did okay, but then no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into voicemails.
All right.
We have 4. If you'd like to be part of the voicemail segment, you can do that very easily. Go to boomerbunker.com. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a little thing there that says, talk to us. Click that and leave us a voice message there. Or you can dial on your phone, 856-477-1935. You can either text us or you can leave a voicemail there. Like Cody did. Cody said, guess what? I'm leaving. I want to be on the party. I want to be in and on the party. I'm going to leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
I don't know what he said, but here we go.
Talk to us.
Talk to us.
Hey, guys. It's the only Kentuckian smart enough to know how to work a phone and the internet. Well, since I can't really do racist jokes, I'm going to tell Duchess's second favorite kind of joke. What is the difference between a red Corvette and a pile of dead babies?
Oh.
Duchess, what's the difference between a red Corvette and a pile of dead babies?
I don't know. I don't know that one.
Cody?
I don't have a red Corvette in my garage.
Oh. Stop. Oh.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Half Black Neil.
Oh, boy.
Hey, fellas. It's Half Black Neil. I like my COVID like I like my women.
He likes his COVID like he likes his women. How's that, Duchess? Here we go.
19 and spreads easily.
That's fantastic. That's terrible. Shame on you, Neil. Shame on you.
All right. So what I've done is I happen to listen to these.
Oh.
And I kind of put them in the order of the best goes last. So, Budvugger and
They're having
Neil,
a joke off.
or Dean have been having a contest. I'm sorry, Budvugger. You're second this week.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hey, guys. Budvugger.
Oh.
All right. Come on. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Bud Vugger. Why was Helen Keller such a bad driver?
Duchess, why was Helen Keller such a bad driver?
Is it something about trying to read the lines with her hands or something? I don't know.
Because she was a woman.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
Right there in front of you.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, and this week's winner of the
no. Okay.
inappropriate joke off,
Well.
ladies and gentlemen, Dean.
No.
Hey, Pete, how's it going? Birds play real soon. How is knocking up your girlfriend like locking your keys in your car?
Duchess, how is knocking up your girlfriend like locking your keys in your car? No idea?
No idea.
Buckle up.
The problem goes away with the aid of a coat hanger.
Oh, he makes me happy. Oh my God. Stop. Jesus Christ. Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's terrible, Dean. For shame.
It was one of the best jokes ever.
Best joke ever.
Best joke ever. All right.
Well, congratulations to Dean. He won this week.
Yeah, come on, Buffberger.
Oh, no.
See if you can come back next week. Got to get stronger than that.
I think you're raising the bar.
Mm-hmm. All right. Listen, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We would like you. Duchess is reading the chat and laughing. Pedo humor next week. Of course, Budweiser. Please go to boomerbunker.com. Check out all our socials. Go to our Discord. You know, I think you'll enjoy it. It's fun to be in there. We got some really good stuff. If you're a podcaster and you're listening, hop on over there. We share podcasting stuff you might not know about. I've learned stuff there. I've showed other podcasters stuff that I know about that they like. And so it's a lot of fun over there to do that. And always go to horribledesigns.com. You can check that out over there. And we will be back Monday, I think. I don't know.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm traveling. I leave 6:00 tomorrow morning to drive to Virginia. I will be home Monday.
Okay.
So I took the day off. So I don't have a problem, even though it's Columbus Day. I don't know if anybody's
Here's my
celebrating.
problem.
Right.
I have a dentist appointment at 3:00.
Oh, okay.
They're usually done by 5.
Okay.
So, and I don't know what kind of shape my mouth is going to be in.
All right. Well.
So I'm going to plan to do this show. So I'm going to try to get everything
You'll be all
together
Novocained up and
to do a show. I might be in here talking like Elmer Fudd.
All right. Well.
But we'll have to have Duchess carry the show.
Oh, so sorry, folks. Sorry in advance.
See what happens there. So we will be back Monday. I'm afraid to look at the score of the Phillies game. Anybody know what the score
I
is?
can look real quick and tell you. Hang on.
It's still at 0-0 in the 7th.
Wow.
Oh,
right. Why'd you look then? If you're like, I don't want to look, but I'm going to look.
I got a thing on my phone. It's
okay.
It's
So you're not like watching the game. You're just looking at
No,
the
I'm not allowed to watch. I'm not allowed to watch. My daughter says no watching the game.
All right.
All right. So
Well, maybe you should watch so something happens.
no. If I watch and they lose and it's over, we need them to win tonight. So it comes back to Philadelphia for a game 5. We need that to happen. So
Okay.
let's go Phils. Go Phils. And right now
All right.
we're getting ready
Tonight,
for
who you rooting for tonight?
What's that?
So who you rooting for tonight?
The Phillies and the Eagles. The Eagles
I
are
know.
playing in
Go
New York
Birds. I
Giants.
see your hat. I
Yeah,
know.
go Birds. But here's the problem.
Right.
They're going down they're going up to New York to play there.
Are they playing in the Meadowlands? Okay.
They're playing in the Meadowlands, and I
No,
need them
it's
to
not
come out
friendly.
playing like they're going to play a playoff team. They play down to their competition. They do it all the time. And I have a feeling that the Giants are going to win this game.
I don't think
In my heart of hearts, I feel like the Giants are going to win this game.
Liar.
If this team's smart, they should beat this team by 50 fucking points. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Sparky's cheering. ELGLES. Go.
Yes.
Yay.
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 All right.
Exactly.
Yay. All right. Duchess, you got your everything ready to read your outro? Hey,
I'm
look
ready,
at
baby.
you.
Let's do it.
All right. I got to get ready here. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back here on Monday. Go Birds.
Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Boomer Bunker. We'd love for you to become a bunker dweller and join us live. Catch our live streams every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Rumble, and X. If you've just found us, be sure to follow or subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast apps so you never miss a new episode. And hey, while you're at it, do us a solid. Share the show, tell a friend, and leave a review. It really helps. For show updates, shenanigans, and general tomfoolery, follow us on social media. All of the links are in the show notes, or simply visit boomerbunker.com. We'd love to hear from you. Got something to say? Please shoot us an email at john@boomerbunker.com. You can also send a text or leave a voicemail at 856-477-1935.
I am sorry.